Hello everyone, this is Nathan Dodd speaking. So I figured out a way to put my Madden plane onto the screen. It was actually easy, and for the first 6 weeks I was just lazy. But so here's how this works. I reshuffle the players and reshuffle the divisions, and we're in week 7, and it's the opening game of the week, Jets versus Saints. And a lot of things are different, like Burrow and Chase are on the Saints. Daniel Jones is on the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, they just lost to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, 23-27. All these games will be super sim fasted because I figured that was easier. So, yeah, enjoy the show. Here's Detroit and Miami coming up. As you can see, Justin Herbert and Josh Allen are on the Dolphins and Lions. So to the end game, Dolphins score a touchdown, take the lead. Lions tie it. Miami takes the lead again. Detroit kicks a field goal, now down by 4. No one's scoring right now. We're going to go into the half. All right, Dolphins kick a field goal. Detroit ties it up. Dolphins score a touchdown, lead by 7. Detroit ties it up. 24-24 apiece. This is coming down to the wire. Detroit kicks a field goal. Miami does not have enough time. And Josh Allen and the Miami Dolphins will lose to Justin Herbert, Kenneth Walker, and the Detroit Lions. Next up, Chiefs and Jags. Trey Lance is starting QB for the Chiefs, and Tom Brady is starting QB for the Jaguars. Jaguars also have DK Metcalf and Tyreek Hill. So this should be an interesting one. Chiefs scored a touchdown. Jags get a field goal. Jags get the ball back. Chiefs get the ball back. Going back and forth, still 7-3. Chiefs score another touchdown to go up 14-3. Jags another field goal. Jags another field goal. No touchdowns yet from Jacksonville. And finally, Jacksonville gets a touchdown. Kansas City goes up by 5. It's tied 23 apiece. Kansas City kicks the field goal, and that is game. Next up, Baltimore Ravens at Chicago Bears. The Ravens have Cooper Kupp, and the Chicago Bears have Stephon Diggs and Josh Jacobs. Let's see how this one goes in Chicago. Bears get the ball first. They don't score. 0-0. Bears get the touchdown. Lead 7-0. Ravens kick a field goal. 3-7. Chicago gets a touchdown. Ravens get a field goal. 14-6. Ravens get a touchdown. 14-13. No change in score yet. Going back and forth. No score until the end of half. Chicago kicks a field goal up 17-13. Ravens score a touchdown. Oh, and they go up 2 possessions, and that is game. The Ravens, who had only scored 2 field goals and were down by 10, came back to win by 10 against the Chicago Bears. Marcus Mariota, Cooper Kupp must have done some type of magic as Mac Jones, Josh Jacobs, and Stephon Diggs lose to the Baltimore Ravens. Next up, Cowboys and Bengals. Kenny Pickett for the Cowboys and Jacoby Brissett for the Bengals here in Cincinnati. The Cowboys have Jonathan Taylor, so that should help them. Here we go. 0-0. Bengals kick a field goal. Cowboys get the touchdown. Bengals kick another field goal. Bengals touchdown. Touchdown Cowboys. Field goal Bengals. Field goal Bengals. Touchdown Bengals. 26-14 Cincy. Dallas gets a touchdown down by 5. Cincy gets a touchdown up by 12. Up by 15. Down and there it is. The Cowboys' comeback efforts fall just short as the Dallas Cowboys lose to the Cincinnati Bengals in the jungle 28-36. Next up, Texans at Giants. The Texans have Aaron Rodgers and the Giants have Russell Wilson, both 2-star quarterbacks. Let's see how this one should go. This should be relatively close. Giants kick a field goal to go up 3-0. Texans score a touchdown, 7-6. Touchdown Texans, 14-6. Field goal Texans, and the Texans have a 14-point lead. Oh, now they have a 21-point lead. 3 scores. 24-point lead. Oh my God, it's a massacre. The Texans destroy the Giants at home, 33-14. Next up, Panthers-Cardinals. Panthers QB Matthew Stafford against Cardinals QB Geno Smith. The Panthers have wide receiver Tyler Lockett and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Here at State Farm Stadium, these two are in the same division. They are both in the NFC South. They were reshuffled. Coincidentally, Carolina stayed in division, and now they will face Arizona. As long as my slow ass gets to pressing the button, and here we go. Game begins. Carolina scores a touchdown, up by 7-0. Carolina scores another touchdown, up 14-0. Carolina scores another touchdown, up 21-0. Cardinals scores 28-0. Cardinals have yet to score a point, 31-0. 38-0. Cardinals finally get on the board with a field goal. Panthers lead 38-3. Cardinals finally get a touchdown, 38-10. Get another touchdown, 38-17. Well, going into the half, this game was pretty much long gone for Arizona. Going down in the half, scoreless, 31 up. Next one, Steelers and Niners. Jared Goff and Justin Jefferson of the Niners, then Mitch Trubisky of the Pittsburgh Steelers here in San Francisco. Let's see how this one goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh go up 7-0. Field goal, San Francisco 7-3. Touchdown, Niners go up 10-7. Touchdown, Steelers go up 14-10. Touchdown, Steelers go 21-10. Steelers up by 11. Going into the second half. Still 21-10. Niners get a touchdown, mixed to PAT. 16-0. Pittsburgh gets another 31-16. Can the Niners score again? They did. It's a touchdown, but they lose 31-23. So a slow start for San Francisco. They got some juice in the second half, but ultimately lose to Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers. Next up, Broncos and Buccaneers. Ryan Tannehill of the Broncos and Jalen Hurts of the Bucs go down to face in Tampa. The Buccaneers also have Derrick Henry. So let's see how this one goes. 0-0 so far. Touchdown, Broncos go up 7-0. Touchdown, Bucs, we go 7-7. 2-minute warning in the half. And the half ends with 7-7. 14-7 Denver. 14-14 tied game. Field goal Denver up 17. Tied game 17. Field goal Denver 2017. Touchdown Tampa 24-20. Denver 27. Everyone in overtime tied at 27. Oh, Denver gets a touchdown. Tampa Bay gets a touchdown. Denver doesn't score. They did. Tampa Bay scores a field goal in double overtime after the Broncos failed to score. The Buccaneers win a thriller at home against the Denver Broncos 37-34. Up next, Chargers and Commanders. Dak Prescott is on the Chargers and Tua Tagovailoa is on the Commanders. Let's see how this one goes. All right. Field goal, Chargers up 3-0. Washington leads 7-3 after their touchdown. 10-7 Chargers, get another touchdown. 17-7, touchdown Chargers, up by 10. Touchdown Commanders, 17-10, Chargers. 23-10 Chargers after missing a 23-7. Oh, Washington has the lead now. Oh, LA takes the lead. Washington has the lead. No way, LA does. We're going to overtime again. Two straight. LA kicks the field goal. No! The Commanders cannot score a field goal in overtime. And the Commanders win in another second straight thriller against the Commanders, 40-37 at Washington. And you could just feel the heartbreak of these Commanders fans. It is not a pretty sight. If we look here, Dak Prescott with 4 TDs, Tua Tagovailoa with 3 TDs. Scored summary: Washington outscored LA 27-14 in the fourth quarter. But next up, Vikings and Colts. Vikings and Colts here in Indy. Let's see how it goes. Vikings get a touchdown, 7-3. Colts get a field goal, 14-13. Oh, wait, 14-10. Oh, Colts take the lead for the first time in the game. No, wait, the Vikings retake it. Colts got it now. Going to have Colts. Oh, Vikings 28-24. Vikings 35-24. Can the Colts score again? They can. 35-32. Vikings 38-32. Colts take the lead. It's over. Lamar Jackson, Alvin Kamara, and the Indianapolis Colts come back from double scores to take down Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. When reshuffling the team players, ironically, Kirk Cousins remained on the Vikings. Next up, Eagles and Falcons. This is our second last game of the video, so this is technically our Sunday nighter. Eagles and Falcons. Falcons score a field goal. The Falcons have Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, and DeAndre Hopkins and H. Brown. But however, they are down 13-0 against the Eagles. They just scored a touchdown. Eagles lead 16-7. Can the Falcons score? They do. 16-10 Philly. Now Atlanta retakes the lead. Oh no, Philly retakes it back. Atlanta ties it up. Ooh, it's a close one. And since it's a close one, I'm going to set things down to Brandon and Charles on the field for the remainder of this game. Take it away, guys.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. First and 10, it's Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 78 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip.
Thank you, Brandon and Charles, for sounding out the last minute of that game in a prime-time thriller as Baker Mayfield and Cordell Patterson lead the Eagles to beat the Falcons. Next up, Seahawks-Patriots. This is our final game of the evening. Seattle Seahawks with Travis Kelce and Dalvin Cook going to New England to face Sam Darnold and the Patriots. Patriots score a touchdown. It's 7-0 New England. 14-0 New England. Seattle yet to get on the board. Finally, Seattle gets a field goal. 14-13. New England gets another touchdown up 21-3. 28-3 New England. Seattle scores a field goal. 6-28. Seattle finally scores 14-28. New England 35. Oh, Seattle 21-35 New England. New England scores another time. 42-21 New England. And that is the game. Sam Darnold and the Patriots defense hold Travis Kelce and Dalvin Cook to 21 points. That is the end of the game. Now, here are our current standings after all of the games. Here are our standings of the AFC West and AFC East right now. The Colts are on top of the division with a 6-1 record. In second place in the AFC West with a record of 4-2, we have the Minnesota Vikings. In third place, we have the Houston Texans 4-3. And in last place in the AFC West, we have the Commanders with a record of 1-6. In the AFC East, we have the Bills leading 5-1. And for a three-way tie in second place with records of 4-3, we have the Jaguars, Eagles, and Chiefs. In the AFC South, with a two-way tie for first place in the division, we have the Raiders and Titans at 4-2. In third place with a record of 2-5, we have the Miami Dolphins. And in last place with only one win with a record of 1-6, we have the New York Jets. Moving on to the AFC North, the Detroit Lions have first place with a record of 5-1. The Green Bay Packers are in second with a record of 3-3. Pittsburgh Steelers are in third with a record of 2-4. And the Bengals are last in the AFC North with a record of 2-5. Now we move on to the NFC. In the NFC West, in first place with a record of 5-2, we have the San Francisco 49ers. And also in second place with the same record of 5-2, you have the Denver Broncos. Third place with a record of 3-4, we have the Seattle Seahawks. And in last place, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a record of 2-4. In the NFC East, in the top, we have the Chicago Bears, who lead 4-3. And in second place with a record of 3-4, we have the Baltimore Ravens. I know that's not what it says here. I'll edit that later. In third place with a record of 2-5, we have the Atlanta Falcons. And in last place with 0 wins, we have the Cleveland Browns. First place for the NFC South, we have the Carolina Panthers with a record of 6-1. In second place with a record of 4-3, we have the New Orleans Saints. And for a tie for third with a record of 3-3, we have the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And finally, in the NFC North, the Los Angeles Chargers lead the NFC North with a record of 4-2. In second place, we have the New York Giants with a record of 4-3. In third place, we have a record of 3-4. We have the Dallas Cowboys. And in last place, with a record of 1-6, we have the New England Patriots. And that is all for today's video. And here are the games for Week 8. I have been Nathan Dodd, and I'll see you guys next week for Week 8.